Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Our today's topic is about polar covalent bond. A polar bond is a type of covalent bond in which the electrons forming the bond are unequally distributed. In other words, the electron spend more time on one side of the bond than the other. Polar bonds are intermediate between pure covalent bonds and ionic bonds. They form when the electronegativity difference between the anions and cation is between zero point 0.4 and zero point 0.4 and 1.7. Examples of molecules with polar bonds include water, hydrogen fluoride, sulfur dioxide, and ammonia. It's a polar covalent bond formed between hydrogen and oxygen atom in water molecule. A molecule of water consists of an oxygen atom and two hydrogen atom. Oxygen contains 6 electrons in its outermost shell. It requires 2 more electrons to complete its octet. Hydrogen has 1 electron in its K shell. It requires 1 more electron to complete its duplet. So the valency of oxygen is 2. 2 molecules of hydrogen or 2 atoms of hydrogen is bonded with an atom of oxygen via covalent bond, that is, share their electrons and form a molecule of water, that is H2O. Bond pair electron, bond pair or shared pair electron between hydrogen and oxygen atom. Oxygen has greater electronegativity than hydrogen atom. So these bond pair spend more time in oxygen atom than hydrogen atom. So a polar bond is a covalent bond between two atoms where the electrons forming the bond are unequally distributed. This causes the molecule to have a slight electrical dipole movement where one end is slightly positive and the other is slightly negative. The charge of the electric dipoles is less than a full unit charge, so they are considered partial charges and denoted by delta plus and delta minus because positive and negative charges are separated in the bond. Molecules with polar covalent bonds interact with dipoles in other molecules. Example of molecules with polar covalent bonds. Water is a polar bonded molecule. The electronegativity value of oxygen is 3.44, while the electronegativity of hydrogen is 2.20. The inequality in electron distribution accounts for the bent shape of the molecule. The oxygen side of the molecule has a net negative charge, while the two hydrogen atoms on the other side have a net positive charge. In this diagram, you can see the polarity present in water molecule. Oxygen atom has greater electronegativity values, so the bonded electron spend more time towards oxygen atom than hydrogen atom. So Oxygen atom carries delta negative and hydrogen atoms carries delta positive, and polarity is present in water molecule. Hydrogen fluoride is another example of a molecule that has a polar covalent bond. Fluorine is the more electronegative atom. So, the electrons in the bond are more closely associated with the fluorine atom than with the hydrogen atom. A dipole forms with the fluorine side having a net negative charge and the hydrogen side having a net positive charge. Hydrogen fluoride is a linear molecule because there are only two atoms, so no other geometry is possible. So molecule of hydrogen fluoride. Due to the polarity, hydrogen bonding is present between slight negative fluoride and slight or partial positive hydrogen atom. The ammonia molecule NH3 has polar covalent bonds between the nitrogen and hydrogen atoms. The dipole is such that the nitrogen atom is more electronegatively charged with the three hydrogen atoms all on one side of the nitrogen atom with a positive charge. With the three hydrogen atom all on one side of the nitrogen atom with a positive charge. For my students, once you stop learning, you start dying. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.